There are schools that are really successful at making Te Ao Māori an authentic, living and fun part of daily school life. And as I see it, there are 3 core ingredients that they're using to do that. And we're going to go through them in this video. Kia ora e hoa mā, ko Justin taku ingoa. I'm Justin. I help schools around Aotearoa confidently embed Te Ao Māori into daily school life. And this video is about the 3 core ingredients to do that. So let's get into it. The first ingredient to this kind of success is they know the goal. So saying things like, we're going to make it authentic, or we're going to make it embedded into daily school life. These are really great, grandiose goals, but they're kind of not very specific. So the schools that are really great at actually doing this are really good at setting the standard and quantifying what it actually looks like. So it's an example like this, right? We are going to make sure all students in our school know how to sing this waiata by the end of the term. Or all of our staff are learning 10 key phrases in Te Reo, and they're going to use them in their classrooms every single day. Or every class in the school is going to learn and use 1 phrase each week. So the schools that are actually good at it, at embedding Te Ao Māori in their school, don't just say they want to embed Te Ao Māori in their school, they're really good at getting specific about what that goal actually means. So the second ingredient is these schools are really great at dreaming big, but starting small. So I think it's really important to have a big vision, a really big goal for what you want it to look like at your kura. But equally as important is what does that actually look like in terms of the action? Because the teachers that you lead are constantly asking this. They're saying, okay, what does this look like on Monday morning? How does this translate to what I actually do? Because, you know, teachers, we've got so much to cover. When we have a big goal like make Te Reo Māori a living part of everyday school life, well, what does that actually look like? What do I need to do? So if we can convert the big ambition into little action, that's really where the rubber meets the road, right? So for the example of everyone in the school learning a waiata, what does that look like on a Monday morning? We're just going to learn this sentence, and we're going to work on that until the kids know that part, with the next part and the next part and the next part. So I think really, really important to start with the big ambition, but make sure the very next step you do is break it down into little actions so that each of your teachers actually know what they're doing next. And the last key ingredient, number 3, is they follow a roadmap. Now this is a really common mistake, is that lots of schools are trying to reinvent the wheel. They're kind of creating their own curriculum, or they're creating their own way of embedding Te Ao Māori, which is really great, you can do that. But there's a lot of resources already out there where you can just follow a map so that each teacher doesn't have to learn a whole new thing, a whole new language, or upskill themselves in order to then teach. But the successful schools are giving the teachers a map. Say it's a particular game, it's a particular waiata, it's a particular te reo lesson. It's saying, here is the map, and we're following it. So we don't require each teacher in charge of Te Ao Māori to reinvent the wheel. We don't require each teacher to go through some training first, or for them to upskill, for them to plan the lessons. Now, most successful schools are just following a map. So those are the 3 core ingredients that our most successful schools have in implementing a school-wide Te Reo Te Ao Māori rollout. Number 1, they know the goal. What does success look like? What are we actually trying to get to in concrete terms? Number 2 is turning the big ambition into little action. What do we actually do next? What does this class do on Monday morning? Big ambition, little actions. And number 3, follow a map. You don't want to reinvent the meal. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want your teachers to have certainty about what they need to teach, and they merely need to deliver it. They don't need to do a whole lot of work first, following a map. So I hope you found those useful. Those are 3 core ingredients that make a really great cake for your school, and I hope you found them useful. Thank you for watching. Ka kite.